Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I'm so happy I can just exhale, have a breather. It's Saturday, it's the weekend. I actually, if I'm being very honest, I've been out of the house all day. I've been ripping and running. And then I finally got in the house at what, 5:45, 45 minutes until the show started. And I laid on the couch and closed my eyes for like 5 minutes. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh, I closed my eyes for 45 minutes. So I ran in the kitchen and I actually got Stella Rosa this week. Oh, Stella. I have my Stella Rosa back. Thank you, Jesus. I needed a sip this weekend. And so I just opened my eyes like 5 minutes ago. I grabbed my Stella Rose, ran up the stairs. Here I am. So welcome to the show. Your girl is I'm drained, but I'm ready to have a good time. The episodes were they weren't all that this week, so maybe we can have a little fun in the chat because I don't have too much to really say about the show. Hey Andrew, thank you. Thank you. I got a little inches, just a couple of inches put in, not too much. Not too much. Hey Dejan, class is what it is. It's as fun as any class can be. You know what that is. I really do miss my YouTube channel. And I want to say this to my supporters before I jump into the shows. Thank you so much for being patient with your girl. I'm used to being on YouTube maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 days a week. And this one day a week, I feel like I just have so much to say. And I feel like that's why my videos are like 2 hours. But I really do miss coming and talking to you all more often. But thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your patience and give your girl a few more weeks and I'll be back. I'll be back to normal. And let me tell you something. That first sip of Stella Rose was everything. I know it's Stella Rosa, but I can't help it. I call it Stella Rose sometimes. You know, I gave up alcohol for Lent. I'm not trying to quit drinking or anything. It was just something I gave up because I gave up sugar. And I really haven't I've had margaritas since Easter, but this is my first sip of Stella Rose. I have missed it. I have missed my Stella Rose. This is the black cherry. Oh, I done dropped all my papers on the ground. Have mercy. Okay. Okay, Angie, get over the Stella Rose. Get over it. Hey, everybody. Dejan, Andrew. Hey, Zuda. Everybody in the chat. Formalities out the way. Let's get into the show. Hey, Dabu. Thank you. I'm going to try to keep the chat running so I'm not always so when I ask a question, I can see the answer right away instead of being so far up top. So if I miss your comment, I'll try to go back to it, or I might do a special comments video this week. If it's a slow week, we'll see. But I'm gonna try to keep the comments rolling because I have a question. What show should we talk about first? Because we usually talk about Survivor first and then run into the challenge, but the challenge was extremely boring. And I don't have that much to say about it this week. And I feel like I have more to say about Survivor. But I'm going to pose it to the chat, give you all a few seconds. Let me know what y'all want to talk about first. Hey, Dan. Dan, you are the star of the group. Because every week when we look at our fantasy teams, you're like in second or third place. So you holding us down because I was in like 40th place, but I kind of jumped up into the 20s. I think I got to 23, but then I dropped back down to 29. But I ain't back in the 30s or the 40s, so I'm still happy about that. But shout out to you, Dan. You have been missing because we've been talking about you every week because you're like in second place now. And that's amazing. And that's another thing we have to do is we have to think of a group name. Like I know everyone has their own individual team name, but in the league, we need a group name. So if as long as somebody from the group wins, we could still take credit for winning. Like we gonna piggyback off of somebody else win. Like right now, I'm piggybacking off of Dan. Hey, Davion, Eric, Koki, how y'all doing? Okay, I seen a couple of people say let's do the challenge first, so that's what I'm gonna roll with. And while y'all thinking about it, group name, group name. What is this NGIL? I forgot who got voted out of Survivor this week. I don't know what NGIL is. I'm the worst at the acronyms. Well, who got voted out Survivor? Damn it! I know who got voted out of Survivor. It wasn't Danny. I know it wasn't that. It was Kane. We're gonna get into Survivor because I got words. We're gonna get into the challenge because I was bored. Yes, you're still. I think you're number 2. We're gonna get into the fantasy. We're gonna get into the fantasy. Oh, not gonna lie. I'm learning them. How about the Cheeks crew? If y'all like it, I love it. You know, Cheeks is my son's name. That's where I get that from. I'm not really telling people to kiss my ass. Cheeks is my son's nickname. So I don't mind the Cheeks crew or the Cheeks. I don't know. As long as somebody from our group wins. As long as somebody from us wins. Let me change the graphic so people who are fast forwarding at home will know what we're talking about. We are starting with the challenge. And let me tell you, I'm really curious at what y'all got to say about the challenge. Because I found myself not fast forwarding, but scrolling through Instagram. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the age group where Transformers is exciting to me. And my son is old enough to go to the movies by himself. If he's excited, he'll go with his friends or he might go on a little date, whatever he do. If he's excited to see Transformers. So the whole Transformers challenge of it all, the format. Oh, yes, Koki. Who told me that? Was it Dejan? I believe somebody told me the teams. We might talk about that since I ain't got too much to say nothing about this world championship. I might pull that up on Instagram and talk about the teams because I got something to say about that too. But I don't care about the Transformers. The daily challenge was extremely boring. It was extremely production. We could pick whoever we want to win or lose. There was no rolling clock. They didn't even jump back and forth off the truck. They jumped from one truck, grabbed the key, and then jumped to the other. Like one jump, and that was it. And then they pushed a button. And then the person in the truck just drove off in a dune buggy in the sand. That was it. That was it. Now, if I was in the back of the truck driving in the sand, because I do like driving them little go-kart dune buggy things, that probably would have been a fun thing to do. But it was extremely boring to watch, especially for a competition, because you can't even gauge like if somebody DQ'd. Maybe if you would have flipped over your truck, you DQ'd. I mean, you couldn't even gauge who was winning or losing, even the people participating, because it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. So I was bored, and then okay, Jordan and his partner win. Jordan and Cass win. Great. I mean, Darrell and Kiki could have easily won, and I would have believed it. But Darrell and Kiki lost. Did they really? I didn't know. Who knows? But who cares? There was no strategy to who gets voted in. Tori and Danny are volunteering themselves yet again because they're like, oh, Jordan won. And Since Jordan won, it doesn't matter who goes in with us because Jordan's never gonna vote for me because I used to be his fiance. One day I can already foresee it. Y'all keep volunteering yourselves. Once the numbers get small, y'all gonna volunteer yourself one too many times and y'all gonna be the vote because y'all can't agree or y'all think it's cute. Y'all gonna volunteer yourselves one too many times and y'all gonna be sitting y'all asses right in elimination. And I really want to see it. I like Danny. Danny is probably my favorite person sitting on this season. But because he's partnered with Tori, my eyes are constantly rolling. I don't understand the gameplay. I'm not going to go backwards about, oh, I wish the vets wasn't there. I mean, they're there, but this could have been an MTV show. This could have been the Challenge 39 and we could have hurried up and got to 40. But anyway, so of course, Jordan doesn't give a damn that Kaz is close with Tristan, which pull his card, Kaz. You are an equal participant in this game. Pull his card. You don't want your boy Tristan to go home no more than he wants his ex fiance to go home. What makes Jordan and Tori so damn important? Pull his card. Maybe TJ, maybe we got to go in since he loved Tori so much. We'll go in since Tori and Danny like volunteering. Pull a stalemate up there and see what happens because I'm tired of people just rolling with what the vets say to do. It aggravates me. So Darrell and Kiki versus Kellyanne and damn it, what's the part? I just said his name, Tristan. The elimination was boring. They using giant chopsticks to pull apart a Tetris puzzle and then go play Tetris on the other end once they get all their puzzle pieces over with a giant pair of chopsticks. My life, an hour and a half of time was wasted. 2 hours, however long I had to sit up there and scroll through Instagram because I didn't fast forward. I actually let it play and next week, it looks like Kaz gonna be crying because she playing Jordan's game. Look, why don't we just? I say this every season. We go through this, y'all. Don't we go through this every season? We're super excited at the beginning. We are challenged, talking it down, scenarios, alliances, themes. We are just having a good time. And then halfway through it, we like, can we just go ahead and put Tori and them in the final so we can see who wins? Because that's where I'm at with it. Can we just go ahead? I'm already going to call the final. I might be wrong, but I'm going to call it. It's definitely going to be Danny and Tori, Jordan and Kaz, and I would even say Casey and Troy. And then I think Jordan wins it all. But I'm going to scroll up through the comments real quick, see what you all have to say, because I have nothing else to say because I have a lot of questions and I really want to know you all thoughts about Survivor because I have a couple of theories. And then since I feel like we're going to be good on time, I'm going to pull up my Instagram and we could talk about the teams that were leaked for whatever is coming up, the USA number 2. Okay, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Where do we start talking about the show? Okay. No, there. Okay, that's the challenge 2. I'm going to pull it up. The challenge was hilarious to me. Kellyanne's big move was great, and now she's gone 2 weeks later. And that's how they do it. If you ever go against the big alliance in the house, your target number 1, you have to go. And if you ever come back another season, like if Kellyanne ever plays another season, they never give you the opportunity to be their friend. You're just target number 1 the next season because they know they can't play with you. And that's what makes the game so boring. That's why I'm really looking forward to All Stars 4. I hope it's coming up really, really soon because even though we know the people who may work together from the alliances of the past, They all aren't people from All Stars 1, All Stars 2, All Stars 3. Like All Stars 4, I think there's two, maybe three people that have done All Stars before. So it's a fresh set of people. We're tired of the same people. I don't understand why Tori and Danny just protect Jordan, Casey, Sarah, and Emily, and everyone else can be voted in. That's the best compromise I could think of. Look, I understand why they're protecting. I understand why Jordan, Casey, and Tori are protecting each other. What makes it hard is people like Danny who want to win the money for their family know if I'm in a final with Jordan, it's a probability that I might lose this thing. And he wants to get rid of Jordan, but he's partnered with the person Jordan used to want to be married to. Like, what happened to resentment and grudges? And Tori had to do all this therapy and she got to take all these pills because Jordan broke her heart. He ain't break it that bad, girl. But let me shut up. I don't want to make fun of nobody's personal mental business. I hated the daily too. TJ explaining really got me hooked in this daily until I seen the daily. As soon as I seen Transformers, I was over it. I already knew what it was. As soon as I seen him talking about, oh, here goes somebody from Transformers, I said, oh, this is all to plug a movie. I'm over it. You knew it. You knew it, Eric. You knew I was going to drag them a little bit. I mean, I thought Emily was done. Emily? Was Emily even on the table? If people were smart, as soon as Tori and Danny started volunteering themselves, I would have started changing my votes. So Kristen and Kellyanne wouldn't have even been an option. But because Jordan ain't there to vote, he ain't there to stop you. As soon as y'all start volunteering yourselves, I'm changing my vote. So Tori and Danny gonna go in, and let's go ahead and throw in Sarah and Theo too. And then, even though they the people I like the best, entertain me. I'm ready to see something different. It's obvious Jordan would win. Same as 38 when Anissa sat her ass down and Jordan ran around. I think they're repaying Jordan by letting him make it to this final. Now, I feel like he's going to have to win the final on his own, but they're helping Jordan make it to this final because there's like, look, you did us a solid over there on 38. We know you and Anissa ain't no damn ride or die, but we needed some people to come on and complete this cast. And, you know, we going to do you a solid over here on the World Championship. It all seems like every season they just rotate winners. And I'm over it. I would love to see brand new. I would love to see like a Yes and Emily win. Just brand new people winning. So I guess Yes has won before. Emily might get the Anissa treatment and go home right before the final. Look, we've already is. I guess I have to say spoilers. So turn your volume down if you don't want to hear this, because it's a mini spoiler. I don't know the outcome, but I'm just saying something that's already been talked about in the super trailer. But volume down. But we've already seen in the super trailer, there's going to be a Casey versus Emily hall brawl. And I've already discussed this on Twitter that I expect Casey, Casey is a football player. 100% Casey is winning this. So I don't expect to see Emily in the final. Whenever that hall brawl occurs, if it's right before the final or not, I would love to see Emily in a final, but I don't expect to see Emily in a final. It looked like Emily might win next week. It's a swimming challenge, and Yes has to be tied to her, which means she could pull Yes through the water, and she ain't got to worry about him swimming so slow. So next week might be a Yes and Emily win. I'm assuming because it's a swimming challenge. Too much friendly nonsense going. I know they should just have challenge finals. Pick who you want to run a final and just let it be a good 2-hour special. And so we could watch it and be done. You all agree? Just do a couple of challenge finals. These are the six people we like the most over here on this challenge production team. We're going to let them run a final for $100,000. Enjoy this 2 hour special because all these episodes are a waste of our time. Really. Right. Where are the physical dailies? In regular seasons of the challenge, I recall they used to have to jump back and forth. Like, I like the truck jumping dailies. That's exciting because you want to, oh, if they fall, that's danger. Like, you're going to really hurt yourself or kill yourself if you fall off this truck. But they didn't even jump back and forth. You just jumped. They could have made it more interesting than this. I would have rather them do a puzzle and have to make a transform. Like, I would have rather see them create robots than what they did. I'm sick of it too. I'm sick of it too. And I'm already rolling my eyes at these three teams on the Challenge USA, but we gonna get into that. Didn't Kellyanne and Tristan sabotage Jordan and Cass in trivia? Why protect them? Y'all, Double, you know my memory bad. I don't remember no sabotage. I just remember Kellyanne and Tristan knowing all the questions. But Jordan was never going to work with Kellyanne because Kellyanne was the one who created the theory to go against the House when Bananas. I don't remember who he wanted in, but Bananas wanted Darrell and Kiki in, and Kellyanne snitched and got it to be a stalemate so Bananas could get thrown in or whoever. So the big vacation crew was never going to like Kellyanne, period. Yeah, the elimination was boring. I could play Tetris on my phone, TJ. I don't want to sit up and watch people for $500,000 play Tetris with chopsticks. That's boring. What else? Jordan and Cass finished last Kellyanne campaign to throw in Bananas at them. What ally put you up against a 7-time champ? Somebody that want to win and don't give a damn. Look, we're not going to sit up here and act like we don't know. The only person Jordan cares about is Tori. Only. KC can go in as long as Tori can be safe. And really, Tori feels the same way. If you ain't going on vacation with them, you're not an ally. And I ain't never seen Kellyanne in any of the vacation pictures. So miss me with all of that. You might as well make a big move. They was throwing Kellyanne in every week anyway. She might as well make a big move. I'm beating you again. Look, let's not do that. You know I'm sensitive about my fantasy team. I gave you the props and we holding on to you for the team win. But I'm coming back hard in the All Stars 4 draft party. I'm really gonna think about my team for All Stars 4 because I can't be at the bottom again. Casey and Troy are the sleeper. Look, I agree. Casey and Troy could win this whole thing. Cause you see, she said her and Nani done sat down and bought a house and they chilling. Hey, you need money to sit down and chill. My predictions are Sarah and Theo, Jordan and Cass, Casey and Troy. So I guess they do let 4 teams go to the final. At least Theo will be a champ finally. I don't know. Amongst those 4 teams, Theo is fast. But you have to remember when Theo was doing finals, they weren't doing 100 puzzles at every checkpoint. They were doing physical checkpoints and running and bicycling through the desert in desert heat. Theo probably could win doing that, but how good is he at these puzzles? Because now it's a puzzle race. So I don't know. Did you get the cast list for USA? I didn't. I guess I did because I know who the teams are. And we gonna go through that because I don't want to talk about this too much longer. They did the same thing to Turbo and Ride It Eyes. They sure did. The challenge was just a quick little hopscotch. That was it. A hopscotch across a semi truck that was this far apart, and then drive. Drive. I could have did that. I would put there. I'm saying fear. Sarah and Theo last for the final. I would too, because we know Sarah ain't good at puzzles. We know we ain't going. Sarah shouldn't even be here. Technically, Sarah is a winner by default. I like you, Sarah, but I'm gonna call it straight every time. So I just hope Theo is good at a puzzle. I heard there are season 39. 39. Damn. I'm not interested in 39 by any means. So that means Tori Fessy not going to be on 39 because they're on the Challenge USA 2. I've heard that the whole vacation crew was taking a break anyway, which I'm happy about. That's what I heard. It's too early to tell. Isn't Josh getting ready to be on something? Is Josh on the USA 2? Everyone always wants to follow suit and get out the House vote and only get out potential numbers. Right. And then they're shocked later when they're minority and they the ones going, look. It's just rinse and repeat. No one is learning. I'd rather they plug Transformers instead of the movie Cats. Did they plug Cats one time? Look, I'd rather they not. Make plug it somewhere else. Or again, I'm not the target audience for Transformers or Cats. So I'm already uninterested once. Now I know I'm too old. I'm too grown. I don't have any young children, but I'm going to go see The Little Mermaid. Now that's something I grew up watching. So I already love the story. And the little Haley Bailey is the little black Little Mermaid. I'm going to go watch that. And I'm going to the movies with no children. So I guess I am interested in that. Throw in Jordan Cass versus Casey and Troy to get one of them out. I believe Danny would love to do that, but it'll never happen. It'll never happen. I don't understand why Tori can't vote in KC when KC has betrayed her and voted her and her allies in twice this season. They say because KC gave her $50,000 and she didn't give KC nothing. I mean, did they give KC any money last season? I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not going to go back through there. I'm not going to go back because that pisses me off. Literally in the documentary, they went on a whole tangent on how Nani is their favorite. Darrell and Kiki are my favorite pair left, but now that Kellyanne is gone, they're at the bottom, of course, and they'll probably see every elimination into the final. They're going in next week. I agree with that statement, Andrew. I went in on fantasy for All Stars 4. Okay. As soon as Christina has the league set up for All Stars 4, we're going to have, y'all going to know, because I'm going to set up a fantasy party and I'm going to put it all over social media and we're going to draft our teams together and have a good time. And I'm going to be, now that I know how this fantasy for the challenge works, I'm really going to be thinking about who I put on my team, because you can't just put your favorites. You have to sacrifice a couple of spots for people you don't like, because I want to win. I think the challenge seasons are too long. Agreed. They always start off really good, but get boring by the end. Yes. Now, I feel like the beginnings are really good because that's when you have the potential of people reading the house and seeing the numbers and making a move, like that Kellyanne move wouldn't have worked at the end because there would have been too many of the majority people. But Kellyanne had the momentum. Now, unfortunately, everyone who made that move with her, half of them got sick. And so she lost a huge chunk of that alliance the very next week. So that was unfortunate, but I feel like in the beginning we have that opportunity for some good stuff and shifts in the game. And by the middle, once you see the vacation crew dominating the game, it's like, okay, when we gonna just watch whoever win the final? Because we know there's not gonna be no shakeup now that the number, like now we know there's not gonna be a shakeup now that the numbers are so. The only way something can happen if one of the vacation crew loses a daily and they end up in the bottom and just happen to go home because they put themselves in the bottom. But the way production set up, we probably won't see a fair competition. Everything gonna be timed to the end. Look. Okay, Josh is on USA too. Okay. Could have replaced Josh with Cinco. They could have. Or Corey Lay. Why don't they like Corey Lay? Like, he was really good. But yeah, Killer Cam is there, and out of respect and love for Cam, she on my fantasy team. Now I'm gonna think about everybody else, but I gotta put Cam on the team. 39 and USA 2 don't overlap. Tori and Fessy will be on 39. I heard they weren't. I heard Nani and Casey were taking a break. Jordan and Tori were taking a break. I didn't hear that Fessy was taking a break, but a big chunk of that crew should be taking a break. But they also could be lying. I'm hoping that Cinco will be on 39. Hoping. Cinco would demolish Josh. Of course. I hate how Tori always wants to align herself with only strong people. Every time when a strong rookie comes in, she will align with that person. I don't want to talk about Tori. Yes, the challenge fantasy drafts are free. You just got to sign up with a link. Don't get me to try to explain it because I'm not the technical person, but we had a good time and figured it out last time, so we're gonna figure it out this time as well. I'm so ready to see Cam too. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm happy. We ain't got nothing else to say about this show. Let me hurry up and change the slide before we get sucked back in. Okay, real quick. Wait, am I still here? Am I still here? Okay, I'm still here. I'm trying to pull up the fantasy team and share my screen really quickly so we can see where everyone is. Okay, I have it. Share screen. Okay, let's just look at the challenge really quickly. And this lady right here, I keep forgetting her name. She has a beautiful name. Why don't I see more of her? Like, she's one of the best challenge hosts that I've seen out of all these little spinoffs. Bring this lady back, please. And thank you. Okay, Dan, you are still at number 1. Shout out to Dan in the chat. You got 5 points, Dan. 5 points. What do you need? Let's look at Michelle. What do you need to do to beat Michelle? See, she just lost Kellyanne. So she's going to drop next week because she'll have one person not getting her any points. Damn, how is Michelle in first place and 3 people on her team, they're gone? I should have been making a huge jump. But anyway, Dan, I can see first place for you next week because she just lost 3 people. But let's go back. How do I go back? Back. So she just lost 2 people this week. Dan, what do you have going on? You just lost Tristan, so you might be sliding down a little bit too, Dan. I don't know. But you still have Kiki, Cass, Theo, and yes. Kiki is rocking the points. Cass just got a lot of points for winning the daily. Okay, so but at least you have 4 people, Dan, and Michelle only has 3. So for the group, you should be able to pull these 5 points and jump into first place next week. I'm pulling for you, Dan, to jump into first place next week since you have 4 people, Michelle only has 3. Now let's see where everyone else is. Who else is close to the top? It's so many Michelles in this league. I don't know which Michelle is the one that's in our group. So I don't know. But look at Dabu in 8th place. That was a huge jump, Dabu. Congratulations on that. And you still have your home team. So you really should be making a jump next week, Dabu. You have your whole team left making points. Where is everyone else? Oh, everyone else must have slipped. We were doing good last week. We scrolling too far. Okay. This is my fake team. It's still in 23. Dejan, Team Tori is at 24. You still have all your people. This is a really solid team. Like, you should be making big jumps, Dejan. You have a really solid team that I don't see leaving anytime soon. Where's that at? Quam. Again, oh, you lost Amber, but that was last week. Qua, if Darrell doesn't get eliminated, you should make big jumps too. You have a strong team. Where am I at? Where is Kiss My Theo? I done fell back down to 39, and I'm not happy about that at all. Because I was up there at 23 and now I'm back at 29. What happened? My people just aren't performing. And why does Tori have negative? Well, I almost dropped my Stella Rose. I caught it. Why does Tori have negative 17 points? It's probably because she keep voting herself in. Ugh. Where's everyone else? But I feel like we have a good chance of somebody from our crew winning this. Stormy is right next to me. Eric, I don't know what happened, Eric, because you were not this far at the bottom when we started. And you only lost Bananas. Your team is almost as identical to mine. I just don't have Darrell. I wish we could click on this. What did Tori do to get negative 17 points? LVPs, I don't even know what that means. Is LVP getting nominated for elimination? Because if she's losing points because she keep nominating herself, I'm gonna be highly pissed off. I don't know what LVP saying. Let's go. Ugh. Confessionals. Tori makes TJ say you killed it. Saying let's being the first team pair individual to do a challenge. You get points for being first. Who knew that? Anyway, okay. That's it, y'all. Oh, least valuable player. Least valuable player. What? You get to be the least valuable player and get negative points? Who votes for that? The Stella roast is so good. But okay. Shout out to everybody up there at the top. We're pulling for you, but we're also still coming for you because we want somebody from the Cheeks to win, but we want to win too. But shout out to Dan and everybody at the top of the leaderboard. Okay, y'all, let's jump into Survivor. It's only a few things I want to say about Survivor because I agree with Tori. Tori is the LVP. Who votes for this? Why are we hating? I mean, I don't like Tori, but if I knew they had a hater category, I would have never put her on my team. Imagine if you have Tori on your team and you like Dan and only 5 points from number one, but she keep losing points because she's in the hater section with the least valuable person every week. Okay, get off of Tori Angie. We're on Survivor. Survivor was a good episode. I just didn't like the outcome. I didn't understand the gameplay of why they voted out Kane over Danny. But let's talk about it. So everyone is hungry. We get a montage of them cooking raw papayas, like they weren't ripe yet. And so everyone is hungry. Carson is not as sick. So of course this week is the week where, damn it, who hosts Survivor? It ain't TJ. Jeff. Jeff bargains for the rice. But is it really a bargain if he gives you a set number and you have to decide if that set number is gonna sit out? Now they told them back at camp and they're already thinking about it. And Carson off rip is like, I ain't participating. I don't feel good and I'm hungry and I want the rice. And back at camp, for some reason, Danny is making people feel bad. Like, if you don't participate, you ain't no real survivor. We out here to play a game. Suck it up. I'm participating. I feel like if you want to participate, participate. Ain't nobody stopping you from participating. But don't you want some rice? If these people want to sit out, let them sit out. Especially if you feel like you the biggest and the baddest to win, you should want people to sit out. I didn't understand why Danny was so upset that people wanted to sit out. No one was making him sit out, but I wouldn't give a damn if everybody sat out but me and I automatically got immunity. Who cares? Give me the immunity and sit out so I can get the rice. I didn't get why Danny was so pissed off about it. Of course, Danny was out running around looking for an idol. People knew he was running around looking for an idol, but Heidi found it. And Heidi did the one thing that I do appreciate, which is keep it to herself. Now, do we think Heidi is going to tell somebody, or is she really going to keep this idol to herself? I feel like Heidi is going to keep it to herself until somebody on green is in trouble. Do we think Heidi would share her idol with Franny and Danny, or is she really keeping that idol for herself? I want Heidi to be selfish and keep it for herself. Because there's no guarantee you're going to find it again if you play it for somebody. And I'm over all these damn idols. But let's get into the show of it all. So they get out there, it's raining cats and dogs, and they got to balance on one foot with a ball above their head. I do like this challenge. I would have automatically sat out because one is raining, which means that ball and that little step is going to be slippery. Number two, I'm a heavier person. I ain't got time to be balancing all my body weight on one foot on a little square, and I wear a size 10 shoe. I ain't got time for all that. This challenge ain't in my favor. So let me be one of the four. It seemed like Jamie wanted to sit out, but she was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm looking at Jamie in the TV like, what part of this challenge looks like you're gonna win it, Jamie? Like, I don't see why you want to participate so bad, but hey, Heidi, you got an immunity necklace or bracelet in your pocket. Go ahead and get rights for the team. So Heidi ended up sitting out. They got the 4. It came down to the 2 again, Franny versus Danny, and Franny pulled it out. And I was like, oh, okay, go Franny, girl. You know, at least you know you building up your resume on wins. I don't know at what point they don't see Franny as a threat. Okay, you don't want Danny out for whatever reason. Well, I guess you can't vote Franny out this week. But Franny to me, whatever week she don't win immunity is the week she got to go because she already has a guaranteed vote. And sometimes when you plead in your case, you it might come down to that one vote. And Franny, it don't matter who played what game in this final three. If Franny is sitting there, she has a guaranteed vote. And we don't need guaranteed votes. We need everybody to plead their case and everybody to have a fair chance at each juror sitting in the jury. So go ahead and let Franny and Matt make their decision together. I would get rid of Franny, but that's just me. Okay. I love Carolyn, but she sucks at immunity challenges. She's always first out. To me, that adds to Carolyn's resume. It adds to her resume because she's maneuvering through this game without having the necklace on, immunity necklace. It's great to win the daily challenges, but if you could still be here and not have that guaranteed safety, that's even, to me, more to put on your resume. But anyway, I ain't put my phone on do not disturb. Let me hurry up and do that real quick before it start ringing. Okay. So Franny wins immunity, and I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and look at Instagram because Danny going home. Easy. But here we are talking about Jamie thinks she in trouble. They start talking about Kane. And I said, wait a minute. This the easiest vote I ever seen on Survivor. Danny doesn't have immunity idol because he just played it last week. He doesn't have the immunity necklace from the daily challenge. But we're just going to let him sit. I don't understand. And I really want to know you all's opinions in the chat. I don't understand because Jam says Kane wrote my name down at some point, so he has to go. And it's Jam's claim to fame that everybody who writes my name down goes home. Isn't that just a coincidence? Like, what votes are Jam leading? Every week, Jam is praying that he's not going home. He's not saying so-and-so voted for me, he has to go. No, it just happens to be that the person that voted for you ends up being the biggest threat that the tribe wants to now get out. But anyway, to me, Kane was someone, to me, I have two theories. Kane, of all the people sitting out there, was the lone wolf that Tika could have pulled in as a number and had a solid for it. Because Kane isn't necessarily tied to Lauren or Jamie. He really wasn't tied to, I don't know, are this Ratu or that's why I like to do colors, the Orange Tribe. Kane was close, super close to Carson. Carson could have brought in Kane and they could have had a solid 4. Even if they would have been like, we don't want to side with Soka right now. We don't want to go against Soka right now. We want to hit up Aratu. They could have went for Jamie. And then we could have had an amazing tribal council of Jamie playing that fake ass idol and still going home. But oh no, y'all don't want to entertain us. Y'all don't want to entertain us. I don't understand why not Danny. Like, Soka right now has the 3 strongest people in the game, period. And I don't mean strategically strongest, but physically challenge strong people. I can see somebody from Soka winning immunity every damn week. If it ain't a puzzle. Now, if it's a puzzle up there, Carson gonna win that. But if it's not puzzle week, I don't see anybody else winning anything. I don't. Franny could win every week going out first. Every week, Franny could win this. Hey, M. Right, Dr. Ivy. I wanted to see that damn fake idol. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to be. I really, the whole point of that birdcage meant nothing because nobody played the fake idol. Nobody got egg on their face. Nobody got the bitch. You put that fake idol in there for me to get it. Nobody got that. We at home, you made us watch these people play around with this birdcage, make people find these fake ass idols just for us to sit at home and get nothing from it. Kane goes, they so scared of the damn Ask Me idol that they switching advantages. Kane done played his Jamie done put the fake idol in Kane's sock, and Lauren is wasting votes on whoever she voted for. And she done Lauren. This is why I don't like that extra vote. No one ever plays it correctly. No one ever plays it correctly. And Lauren, this whole season, has had a target on her back because of this extra damn vote, just for it to mean absolutely nothing. And Tika did all of this just to keep the people they can't beat in the game. You can't beat Danny. You can't beat Franny. And I don't really think y'all could beat Heidi. And Heidi has a real idol. Now, Carolyn, you know, our girl Carolyn still got her real idol too. CBS, I'm robbed. I feel robbed of watching someone make a fool of themselves. And that's why I hate the fake idol anyway, because I feel like, why do y'all want people to embarrass themselves on national TV? But since you put it out there, I want to see it. Whatever. Now, this is my, I really guess I only have one theory. I want to know what you all theories are. My only theory on why they chose to keep Danny over Kane, I don't know why. I really got to watch it next week. I don't know why Carson would ever say, let's get rid of Kane. Like Carson and Kane, Carson had Kane. Carson was closer to Kane than anybody on his original tribe. But I'm not going to go back there. I think the people in the game were more scared. And why are y'all scared of Jamie's idol? Fake idol. But anyway, I think they were so scared of Jamie having an idol that people knew about and Lauren having an advantage that people knew about, that I believe Kane maybe told Carson, you know, Jamie gave me her idol to hold on to, and Lauren gave Jamie her extra vote in case of the Ask Me idol. I feel like they knew that the idols and advantages were traded around for tribal. So they said, well, let's get rid of Kane. So the idol walks out with Kane, and Jamie is about to waste this extra vote. At least if we vote out Kane, the all the advantages that they know of are gone. That's the only thing I could think of. And even when I think of that, it still doesn't make sense to me. To me, Jamie can have her idol. What are we voting Jamie out for anyway? Jamie can have her idol because Jamie's going to sit right here and not have a game to talk about, because what is Jamie doing in the game to win? I ain't see Jamie put no strategies out there. I think Jamie is a very lucky player because Jamie is someone who I thought would have went home week 1, 2, or 3. But I haven't seen her do anything amazing in the game. And Lauren, if y'all watch Survivor so much, y'all should know the damn extra vote don't mean nothing. And that extra vote hardly ever gets played correctly. The extra vote is only worth anything in small numbers. Like Lauren, I mean, yeah, Lauren should have played that when she was in a smaller tribe, when she could have really swayed a vote. Maybe she should have played it the week that Heidi told her to vote for Yam Yam. I don't know. Look, I don't really care. I'm I feel like I really want someone from Tika to win, but I think this is Tika's game losing tribal. I really feel that way because they're going to come back next week and Ratu isn't going to trust you. And so now, Tika, when you were in the swing position, you can go from this tribe to that tribe, kind of vote out who you want. Now, Ratu doesn't trust you. That's Jamie and Lauren. And if Soka really want to be like, okay, now let's get Yam Yam Carson, and now Soka could just work with Ratu, where they still have the majority. They still have 3 versus 2, and they can just pick y'all off because now it'll be 5 versus 3. I didn't think it was a smart move. I know Survivor isn't as easy as that. I don't think it'll be that way, but I don't think it was a game winning move for one of the 3. But we'll see. It's still a lot of game left to play. Yam Yam, he doesn't have any control. Nope. But it's all about how you spin it. I guess it is all about how you spin it, but it is all about what actually happens. Like, Yam Yam is not controlling votes. He's not in groups saying, Brandon voted for me, let's get him out. It's like after the fact that person gets voted out, they voted for me and they went home. Ha 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 ha. Like, we still have to know what actually happened as well. Gabler turned an alligator into a winning concept. Very true. It all depends on what the jury will buy, what they believe in. I don't see it for Yam Yam because every week Yam Yam is crying and begging not to go home. And so he's always getting votes put on his head. I really think it's a coincidence. But again, come the end of the game, if Yam Yam is sitting there, if the jury buys it and he gets $1 million, congratulations. Congratulations, Yam Yam. To be honest, the only people I think you care about are Heidi, Yam Yam, and Carolyn. Everyone else can go. I agree. Like, I like Heidi. Heidi isn't playing the game I thought she would play. She's playing too far behind Danny. And maybe it's just because I don't like Danny and she does. It irks me because I don't know why I'm like that, but like I don't like Danny and you playing with Danny, so it's like, But I hope if Heidi can cut Danny and see like Danny and Franny are the strongest people here, I got to get rid of them. If she can recognize that amongst herself and build up another alliance, I'm team Heidi. I always like Yam Yam, and Carolyn is my favorite. Like, the only person I really care about is Carolyn. Everyone else, I don't hate them, except for Danny. I dislike Danny. But everybody else, this is a season where it's so many people can win. I would be happy for them. Like, the only 2 people I wouldn't want to win are Danny and Jamie. Because, I'm still pulling for Lauren. I need Lauren to do something, but I don't know what Lauren can do. I don't know. Just cross her fingers and hope she don't go home. I don't know. But that's it for Survivor. Anybody else have any theories? I love Carolyn, but I already read that. Yum Yum is no mastermind. I'm not buying it. Just because you put it on the TV screen doesn't mean I'm buying it. Do you all want to stick around for a few more minutes and I will pull up the teams on Instagram and we could just give our overall thoughts? We aren't going to dig too deep. You know, as we get closer and we get more information about what is this, the USA 2, I'll share it. But let me go to where are my Instagram messages? Was it Marlon who sent this to me? Okay, it was Marlon who sent it to me. So let me share my screen again. Oh, share screen. What's the obsession with the team seasons from producers? I don't know. I think they like partners in teams because these people have big money contracts. Like some of these people, the challenge is their job. Like the Tories, the Fessies, the Bananas, these people are not clocking in to corporate jobs and using their PTO to film a show. The big name people sign contracts where they're like, I need $100,000 just to show up. And producers are like, okay, if I'm paying you 100,000 or however much just to show up and be a part of the cast, I need you to at least stick around for so many weeks so I can at least get $100,000 worth of footage out of you. Now, do I think they set it up for them? I don't think it's that set up. I know I say it a lot. And a lot of times I just be talking shit, but I feel like y'all know that about me by now. I have my conspiracies, but I don't think these shows are set up for certain people just to outright win, even though it looks like that. But I do think it's set up for certain people who are paid to show their face. They want to get at least half a season worth. So that's why I think they cast it the way they do, where they cast it with these big alliances, friendship alliances, because most of these people in the friendship alliances, the challenge is their job. So they need to get their money's worth for them to show up. Now let's see how I can make this big. Okay. This is what was sent to me. Wait. The starting teams for the Challenge USA 2, it'll be 3 teams of 8 with a team captain making the picks, one MTV male and female on each team. But if we look at this, who are we counting as the MTV male or female? Because I see Corey and Fessy. Now, Tori would be the MTV female, but I mean, is Fessy now a part of Big Brother and not the challenge? And is Tori and oh, that's gonna be a tongue twister. Tori and Corey are now season captains. Like, I don't understand that, but hey, that's the rules. These are the people on. I feel like, okay, I'm sorry. I forgot to say spoiler for the people who don't want to know the teams. You already know one of them. I'm sorry. I forgot to say spoiler. We are about to talk about the teams for the Challenge USA 2. If you want to watch episode 1 and see how the teams are picked and formed, click off now before you see the rest of the pictures. I'm sorry. Okay, I said that. Let's go. So, I mean, this is a good team. You got Corey and Fessy. At least we know if they're on the same team, they won't be fighting to vote each other out. Alyssa's up there. I don't like her. I think this is gonna be the team I dislike. Who is this? I don't recognize these people. I don't recognize these people. Who are these 4 people to the right? Whoever we talked about on that first team slide, I don't know who these 4 people are. I don't recognize them. What shows are they from? Okay, moving on. This team I recognize. So I'm assuming, are you telling me the teams? Because I don't remember. I'm assuming Janae and Bananas are team captains. Bananas and Polly are on the same team. Is this a setup to get Polly out? So when the blue team loses, Bananas is gonna get all of them to vote Polly in. I don't know. But I recognize these people. Bananas, Polly, Josh. I don't know this person. I don't recognize them. Michelle, Tiffany. At least Tiffany is on a team with some Big Brother people that might can save her. And who is this? Is this Liana? Is this Liana? Okay, one of them was Cassidy from last season. This has to be Cassidy up here. I ain't recognize Cassidy, with her makeup and stuff on. Ooh, I'm telling you, the Survivor seasons are rough. Survivor seasons are rough. But is this Liana? I don't know who that is. Is this really the cast? Like, is somebody trolling me again? Okay, that's Chanel. Chanel is the girl from Survivor that I don't remember. I'm going to have to be refreshed. I can see Polly, Tiffany, and Josh teaming up because of Big Brother ties. I hope so. I hope Josh isn't going to be on Bananas and the challenge thing. I can already see myself rolling my eyes at this. Let's see who's on the other team and then let's talk. Okay, this team, Wes and Amanda, must be the MTV captains. My girl Michaela is here, so I'm happy. I'm happy. This must be Desi. I already forgot her name, but she can go home first. I don't like this hair on Tyler. Like, put a couple of some product in it. It's too poofy for me, but you know what? Wear it how you like. Who is this? I don't like Monty. Spoiler alert, I heard he go home first. I don't know. I hope so. And who is this? This must be one of those Amazing Race people. I don't know. Who are the people on this cast? Because we had a whole video and half of these people's names were not on it. And the people who I wanted to see are not here. I'm not happy with this. I don't like the teams. The black team, the black and blue are probably my favorite teams. Okay, Lewis from Amazing Race. I'm sorry, Lewis. I probably ain't watch your season, but don't say that. You said Amanda is going to be the first boot. Amanda could beat Amira. So if it have to be Amira versus Amanda, Amanda will at least make it 2 weeks. At least. I hope Amira go home second. I don't like neither one of them. They could both go home. But don't send Michaela nowhere. Don't send Desi nowhere. Wes, do it for your baby, Wes. I don't want to see Wes go home early either. But I think my favorite team is going to be this one because I like Polly and I like Tiffany. And I like Janae. I'm going to roll my eyes because Bananas is here. I hope Josh is behaving himself. Who is this person, y'all? Who is this older looking white man in the corner that looked like he going to work and not the challenge? Who is that? I don't know him. Chanel was the one who risked her vote at Shipwell Island on Hoba Hoboken Mike. That's when Jenny went home on 42. Oh Lord, my memory is bad. I'm sure if I watch one clip, I'd be like, oh, that's Chanel. I just don't remember her. But she's gorgeous. I'm telling you, Survivor beat y'all up. I ain't seen nobody look like this on Survivor. No, not Amanda is sadly gonna go close to first because Tori and her friends. Forget Tori. Tori is on the losing team. Look, where's Tori's team? Look who on Tori's team. Tori is on a losing team. She got Alyssa. Now, I ain't gonna say nothing too bad about Cassidy, but who is this? I don't even recognize these people. That's Dusty from Amazing Race. Okay. Go back. This is Dusty from Amazing Race. I have no clue who this person is. Not Johnny might go home first. I don't think Johnny goes home first. I don't think so. I don't think Johnny goes home first. We still don't know the full format. Like, if your team loses, is it one person from each losing team goes in, or do the teams eliminate each other? Like, if the blue team lose, do they got to vote in 2 women? Like, I don't know. We don't know the full format of the show. But for me, we're the white team. The white team, they going, I don't have no faith in them. Now, is this Hoboken, this white man right here? And who is this white man right here? I'm so lost. Can they put on their team uniforms? I don't see Johnny going home first or even at all. The only people that could beat her is Desi, Michaela, and maybe Tori if it's physical. I agree. I don't see Johnny going home first. And if it's a team game, Johnny is on a good team. Though this seems like a good team for the males because Corey and Fessy are really strong. But then you got Bananas and Polly. Who is this? Is this Hoboken? Who is this white man and who is this white man? Right. Desi will ragdoll Amanda and Tori. She sure would. And Michaela would too. That's Alyssa from 24. I know this Alyssa. Wait. Is it 2 Alyssas? Wait. Because this Alyssa from the cookout. So is this another Alyssa? Who's Alyssa from 24? Did we like her? I don't think I liked anybody from 24 but Taylor. But who is Alyssa? I saw a mirror. I don't even remember Alyssa from 24. Who is that? Did we like her? I don't think I liked her, so I don't care about none of these people over here on this slide. I mean, Cassidy cool, but this whole top row could go. And you're right. Why would they put 2 Alyssas on the same team? That lets me know really quick, fast, in a hurry. One of them going home quick. Because we ain't got time to be calling somebody the same name on the same team all season. Why would they do that? I would love for Tori versus Johnny elimination. I would too. And I would love for Johnny to send Tori home. I really would. That girl was sleeping with Kyle. How can I make this picture bigger? Oh, damn it. I liked it. I didn't mean to like it. That is not the girl that was sleeping with Kyle. This must have been a picture from 10 years ago because that was not her last year picture. That wasn't her season 24 picture of the girl sleeping with Kyle. How many years ago they had to go through Instagram and find this? Alyssa was the one sleeping on the floaties for 5 seconds. That's not Alyssa. This lady right here is attractive. How much filter is on this? That's not the Alyssa I know. I mean, if y'all say it is, I don't think so. That don't look like her at all. Y'all sure? Cokie, you sure? As long as Monty loses in a hall brawl, I don't care who. Look, Monty could twist his foot and go home first. I don't care. And Janae isn't really much of a physical threat. Janae is looking better. Like she came back to whatever this season that's on right now. She came back looking good. She can't. I mean, Janae. I ain't gonna take nothing away from Janae. Yes, to Alyssa's. I don't believe y'all. I don't believe it in 1 second. That ain't Alyssa. I don't care what y'all say in this chat right now. When the show come on, she ain't gonna look like that. That's supposed to be Alyssa, but she done put her sister picture up here or something. I don't know who that lady is. Y'all keep telling me, but does she really look the same to y'all? I don't see it. Naomi, I'm so serious because I don't know who this white man. I don't know these two white men at the bottom either. I don't know neither one of them. Okay, that's Chris. He won Survivor 38. And Seabass, who was on Windows season. Okay, I remember Chris. Chris is the one who was on some kind of exile island, and he won the last immunity challenge. He was like, I want to win fire so I could win it all. Okay, I remember him. Got it. That's a strong team. But Seabass, no, sir. The only person I remember that season is Window and Window's friend who was just on the USA one, Dominic. Other than that, and the girl who wrote the tie, I don't forgot her name. Is it Laurel? The tall black girl who played basketball. I remember them, and that's it. Seabass, they gonna have to show me some clips. I don't know you. And these people were not on the original cast list. They never even had nobody named Seabass on there. Are you sure that whoever the MTV Challenge Insider is not trolling me, and I'm not for another week talking about a cast that really doesn't exist? Because half of these people were not on the original list. They weren't even alternates on the original list. Seabass was never there. So are we sure this is true? We'll see. We'll see. The skinny one is Cookout Alyssa. I know Cookout Alyssa because she was revenge. I remember her. But I don't care what y'all say about this one. This is not Alyssa who was having sex on floaties. This lady right here looks too good and dignified and look like she could pull any man off of Instagram she wants to be having 5-second sex on floaties. Now, I don't know who picture this is, but it don't look like Alyssa to me. The Cookout Alyssa, and y'all keep telling me who this lady is, and I'm telling you, that might be whose spot she holding, but it ain't her picture. One of the guys is Chris Underwood from Edge of Extinction. We got that one. I think I know everybody now. Am I confused on anybody else? I need a clip of this white man. I really feel like this is a troll because who is this white man and why is he there? He was not on the original, and a Seabass was not. I don't even think Cassidy was on. Yes. Whatever filter it is, please send it to me because I want to try it out. Because I don't care what y'all say. How many times y'all put it in the chat? I don't see it. These 25-year-olds? I mean, Janae is on the older team. Yeah. We just, are y'all sure this is real? Because this, now that I look at it, it doesn't seem like it should be real. We gonna rock with it. Is a winner. Okay. Edge of extinction. I got it. The last guy is irrelevant. Don't worry. He the first one to go home on his team. I think he was added at the last minute. Why didn't they add Joseph? Why didn't they add Cinco? All the alternates they had, they came up with Seabass and this white man who looked like he sell car insurance. I don't care what hair color she had. Her face did not look like this. Now, this is either a very old picture or she got some very good work done in Beverly Hills. That's some good old Kim Kardashian facial work right here. So it's either old or new work, but that doesn't look anything like Pool Floaty Girl. That don't even look like her body. But hey, if all it takes is a change of hair color, I need to go to the beauty supply store and get me a box of dye because I don't see it at all. Let me quit reading this girl. Let me quit reading this lady. We getting ready to go into Big Brother 25 in a couple of months. All of Big Brother 24 will be old news. I won't revisit it. I'm underwhelmed with the teams as well. I'm hoping this is another troll video because I was more excited about the game when the last time we talked about the cast. I'm not as excited about these people we just looked at. I'm not excited about teams at all. It's definitely set up for the MTV people to stay in the game, at least close to the final. I'm hoping for a Pauly and Michaela takeover. That's the only thing I need. We need a Pauly, Desi, Michaela, Tiffany takeover. Because other than that, it's going to be another womp, but we going to still watch it and read. I'm telling you right now, if all Alyssa had to do was get a box of dye from Sally's to look like that, ladies, maybe blonde ain't your friend. Maybe some of y'all need to stop having so much fun and get you some dark roots because that lady in that picture looks good. And the lady on 24 did not. And that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say nothing else about Alyssa. I ain't going to say nothing else. I'm just going to wait see what the face look like when the TV come on. And it might be the Stella Rosa. I feel like I've been a little bit shady today now that I have my little glass of Stella Rosa back. Maybe I should stop sipping the Stella while I'm on live. Dusty was a part of a best friend team. Remember, he was on the season with the Lulu twins? No. One of them was wrongly convicted and spent time in jail. I'm not the biggest Amazing Race follower because I could go 3-4 seasons and not watch it. And then one year be like, oh, Amazing Race, let me turn it on. So it's a lot of seasons of Amazing Race I have not watched. And also, I could start off watching the first 3 weeks of Amazing Race and then be over it. Quick, fast, in a hurry. So it's a lot of people from Amazing Race I don't remember. So that's probably why. She's always had dark roots. I'm not going to say nothing else mean about this picture of Alyssa. I think MTV people will get exposed. Ain't too many of them per team. But it is. Because Fessy is on the team. So that's 3. That's half of the team. You know, Josh going to consider himself MTV. Michelle probably considers herself MTV. Pauly will be the only one to go, you know, on the other side of his team because he hates bananas. But he on the team with the car insurance man and Chanel. So, and then the black team, it is more non-MTV people, but the only strong person is Wes, and Wes will probably work with bananas. I don't know. We got to watch this. We're going to watch it and see. And really, I'm hoping to get another cast list and half the people that we just talked about not be on it. I'm hoping we just had a nice, fun conversation, and half of these people don't even have a uniform. So we still looking. This is why I was saying don't worry about him. I haven't watched Amazing Race since the season with the Anderson twins. Yes, I do remember 20. I remember them. Those are people like I used to watch it faithfully back then, but it's very hit or miss. Very. I think the last season I really watched is when the ER doctors won. It was a black married couple and they were both ER doctors. And I really liked them. And I remember the two men from the Harlem Globetrotters were on, and they had a really hard time because one of them was so big and he will always be end up doing the challenges that a tiny person should have did. I remember them, but you have to have like somebody really interesting that I want to. I remember when Rachel Riley and her sister was on there with old girl from We Don't Like Frenzel. I watched that, but Amazing Race is very hit or miss for me. Not they need to bring Big Brother from Cody. We'll need somebody else to take up the furniture position. I mean, they finally left KC ass at home. We don't need no more. We don't need another couch. Michelle was screwed by MTV on 38, but I'm not gonna read Michelle down. I'm gonna let her live this live, but I don't trust Michelle. I don't trust her, and I'm gonna watch you, Michelle. Michelle is somebody who I hope is X'd off the list. Like, let me see what Gamer V see, because I don't really follow this MTV Challenge Insider. When Gamer V says something, when Gamer V put the pictures up, then I believe it. When we get closer to the season and they were like, this is the official cast, then I believe it. All these I don't know, but I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Replace John A with Amanda, and that blue team is is the messiest team. Look, Koki, you ain't never lied. If Amanda was on this blue team, they would have no peace. It would be no peace because Amanda will light into Michelle's ass real quick, fast, in a hurry. Amanda is gonna light into Josh and his foolishness. Tiffany gonna speak her mind. Polly and Bananas can't be controlled. Entertain me. Put Amanda on the blue team. Put Amanda on the blue team, and I'm watching. I'll watch for the blue team alone because whenever they have their little team meeting, it's gonna be some mess. It's going to be some mess. And I feel like if it's true, I feel like Bananas probably picked Paulie to be on his team because he didn't want Paulie on another team working against him. Smart, Bananas. Smart. Oh, you talking about Jessica, man, Cody. Look, we already got one crazy Paulie on there. We don't need Jessica's man, Cody. He doesn't work well in teams. He doesn't do well in groups. Put Cody on a season when it's individual only. Because I can see Cody turboing it out. Just everybody is a pussy chicken. He like to call everybody a beta male, a beta man. I do want to see it, but not on a team. Not on a team because he's just going to go home first. He got to be on an individual season. And I don't even think he wants to be in the spotlight like that anymore. But I will watch it. I will watch it. It was Ryan who was wrongly convicted and spent 10 years in jail. Oh, I'd be pissed. Oh, I would be pissed. Yes, a couch. If KC is a couch, Michelle is the sofa, the love seat. Not Michelle. Who we say we want to be on here? I done forgot. Oh, Cody. Frenzel friend Cody. They're boring. Let them have their little podcast that I don't listen to. Brendan and Rachel did really well. I watched Brendan and Rachel. Like when it's competition show celebrities on, I will check out the cast. I'll check it out. But It really depends. It really depends. Y'all like Brennan and Rachel. The way and y'all already told me about some new shows we got to review. The Villain House. I'm definitely watching that Villain House. That's gonna be good. And I'm watching whatever that show is with Alyssa Edwards and Davon. So we got some more stuff besides the challenge that we're gonna be talking about really soon. The way Polly, Amanda, and Davon are close in real life is so funny to me. I didn't know Polly and Amanda were close. I didn't know that. I knew Polly and Davon made up, and Polly is really close with a lot of people from the challenge. They just don't talk about it. Like he's made up with a lot of people. So I don't really think the beef that people have with Polly is the same. And that's why I'm happy they're giving him another opportunity to come on the show and entertain me because I like Polly. Are Polly and Amanda close? I know Cara and Amanda hate each other. Look, just because Cara hates somebody don't mean Polly gotta hate him. I don't know how close they are, but because I don't follow Amanda. I do follow Cara and Polly. And I know they're really close with Cam and Leroy. Um, he was at somebody's wedding or baby shower. Maybe that was Cam's. I don't know. But Polly doesn't have the beef that people think they have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I hope Polly doesn't come on the show fighting Kara's battles. Just come on the show and win the money, Polly. No, we don't need Jessica's man. Love me some Jessica, but Cody would say he would be offensive and he would be public enemy number one. I agree. He would be treated like Turbo. Yes. I meant Davon is close with Polly. Oh, and she's close to Amanda. Yeah. Andrew, my book series, I'm just so busy right now. I don't have time. I just don't have time. But once I'm done with this class, everything that I started on YouTube before this class started, I will resume because I am still reading my books and I do plan on keeping up with the book club. I just haven't had time to do it. But trust me, Kiss My Cheeks TV is gonna be back on and popping. I just don't have the time right now. But I promise y'all, give me 2 more weeks. It's gonna be back on and popping. It will be. The Villain House clue me in. You weren't here last week when we talked about the Villain House, Davion. It's supposed to be a house of villain characters from various reality shows. I believe someone said Bananas is going to be on it. Omarosa, New York, um, Tanisha from Bad Girls Club, who was clapping them pants, about you ain't gonna get no sleep because of you. You ain't gonna get no sleep because of me. Like I love that, but it's a house full of villain reality people. And I don't know, it went back and forth last week if people get voted out or not. But I said if it's gonna be a house full of villains, people have to get voted out every week. I don't know the true concept, but it has people on there that New York, I want to see. I know New York will cuss out Omarosa and her foolishness real quick, fast, in a hurry. And I do want to see the new season of College Hill with the celebrities because they're at my, what do we call that? Alma mater. Y'all know the word I'm trying to say. At the college I graduated from, Alabama State University. So I do want to see that too. I don't know if I'm gonna review that. I think I'm gonna review it because the Puerto Rican princess is there and her foolishness. I heard she gonna beat up. She said she beat up Amber Rose. Not saying if Jocelyn and Amber Rose got in a fight, I am putting my money on Jocelyn, but are they really fighting down at the college campus? I hope not. I hope not, but I will be watching. I will be watching. I might review it. I don't know. I don't know. But it's some stuff coming down the line, but the Villain House is going to be good. Davon, I'm not for sure the name of the show because people in the chat couldn't really tell me the name of the show. Something like The Brokerage or The GOAT. I don't know, but it's Davon and Alyssa Edwards. I don't care what the concept of the show is. I'm watching it and reviewing. All I heard was Davon and Alyssa Edwards. I love me some Alyssa Edwards. I love you too, Davon, but I was going to watch, period, because of Alyssa. That's the only Alyssa I like. Alyssa Edwards. That's it. If your last name ain't Edwards, I don't like you. Unless y'all subscribe to the channel, I like y'all. But them other two, if you a big brother Alyssa, I don't like you. Because if you are, then you would like the book series Unwind. I'm going to get back into reading my books. Right now, I'm reading a book called The Darkest Child that was suggested for me to read. And I'm getting into it, but I needed to pick up. So I am looking for different types of book. Like, I don't want every book. I don't want this to sound bad the way I say it, but I don't want every book to be about Black people in the South, in the rural South, like the country, in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. Like, I don't want to have to, I don't, as a Black person, I know the struggle. I don't know the struggle from being in the South because I grew up in the North, and majority of my family were born and raised in the North. So I don't have all of those stories, but I've heard them enough where I just don't want to be sad or angry at a book all the time. Like, I want to read other stories that just, I don't want to constantly always have to read about racism. I do like, I don't mind reading a book every once in a while about it, but I'm like, so if the Unwind will take me on a different, I just want to explore different ideas, different stories. It doesn't have to be a Black book. Like, I really just want to learn and read about different things. So I will check out the Unwind series, but somebody recommended The Darkest Child. It is a good book, but I needed to pick up because I felt like I read it before. Like, I read enough books about people in the rural South, and you just don't want to be angry all the time. That's just me. I don't like to be angry all the time. From what I heard, the format of the Villain House is very similar. Oh, to Big Brother. Oh, I'm here for it. I'm here. Oh, especially if they have some live. Can you imagine New York, Omarosa, Tanisha, Bananas, all of them on the live feeds? 2 people are nominated for elimination somehow, then everyone votes them off. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. We're watching and reviewing. And I hope they have a Twitter hashtag because I can see us having a good time on Twitter. Please don't put the villain house on at the same time as Big Brother. That would be the biggest mistake they can make. Please hold this show for when Big Brother goes off, because Big Brother has a chokehold on the United States, especially just the fandom. And it's too much going on Twitter for me to keep up with Big Brother and the Villain House at the same time. And I want to be invested in this Villain House. So whatever channel you come on, if you come across this little YouTube channel of mine and you hear my suggestion, please wait till Big Brother 25 goes off before you put the Villain House on if you want it to be successful. That's my only little suggestion. I heard she was supposed to be on there. I really wish Rachel could have been on there too, so she could put Bananas in his place. She sure would do it. Rachel will put his ass up on the block. I already know. I can't wait to see my girl Davon back on TV. I hope this little goat show is good. I don't know what it's about, but I'm gonna watch it, Davon. Okay. New York she is reality TV gold. I will watch anything she's on. She ate who? BB. Oh, I didn't watch BB UK, but I heard her little statement about, oh, girl shouldn't have bought the shoes because she didn't qualify. I do love New York. So bad it was the best. That's one of the best reads I've ever heard in life. You said these shoes were for a gorgeous woman, and I'm just wondering why you were even allowed to purchase them, because you don't even qualify. I was like, New York reads so good because her reads are just conversation. And then it's just normal conversation. And then she digs. And you have to catch it. And you just be like, I'm going to leave you alone. I would never go up against New York. And I love how New York she checked one of them girls from the Basketball Wives. I don't what's that child name. She was married to Gilbert Arenas, but then she ended up broke, but she had all them kids by him and she thought she was gonna run off with all the money. But no, no, ma'am. When she said she wished it was more light-skinned people on the show, they did some little show with Carlos King or somebody. I don't even remember. She said, if you're black and you love black people, love it in all shades. I love when she said that too, because I want to tell that to Giselle Bryant and the cast of the Potomac Girls. I want to tell them love black in all shades. But Angie, move on. We ain't even talking about the competition shows no more. Yes, Jocelyn's gonna be on there, and I hope she ain't beating up Amber Rose, but we gonna see. Yes, we need strong black women on the challenge. We're in a pandemic of weak women. Oh, yes, you see that they got them two Alyssas on there. Hello, maid. I see you in your maid outfit like you always do. Because Jocelyn talk broken English. She ain't say like usual. She's like you always do. I love me a good Ratchet TV moment as well. If you all watch me for other shows, I love a good Ratchet TV moment. And I was reviewing Jocelyn's Cabaret, but the Zeus Network is just a fight club. None of the show has any content, any story. It's just you chewing on an apple, let's fight. Bitch, you looked at me sideways, let's fight. Bitch, you walked in the house first and I'm supposed to walk in first, let's fight. Like they fight over it. It just turned into a fight club and it was nothing to review. But I was trying to give you Puerto Rican Princess. I was trying to give you some watches. It's enough people that like Zeus. Y'all don't need my $3. Jocelyn said on the show something about Amber's blackness. Jocelyn said Amber Rose doesn't say that she's black. And I've heard that Amber Rose says that she's Creole. But at the end of the day, Jocelyn, you ain't black. I mean, you're darker in melanin tone, but you're Puerto Rican. You don't claim to be black either. I'm going to wait until College Hill comes out because I want to hear the full context of this conversation before I go in on either side. But I'm just going to say it shortly because I'm about to end this. I'm about to go to the 2-hour mark. I told y'all I miss YouTube so much that when I get on Stella now, I talk too much. But I'm going to wait till I see that full conversation on College Hill. But I've never heard either one of those women claim to be black. So why Jocelyn felt the need to pipe up and be the one to want her checker on it, I don't know. Because I ain't never heard you call yourself black. You claim to be Puerto Rican, which is what you are. And it does, to me, like I said, Angie, watch it first because I don't want to be going off on somebody and I misunderstand the situation. So I'm going to watch it first. I just hope they didn't fight. She is funny as fuck, especially on her show. Jocelyn is funny, but it's too much now. Jocelyn saying that when it turns out they was all hooking up is crazy. They was all hooking up. That's why I said I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. Jocelyn don't mind because we all know she's bisexual. She doesn't mind giving you a good screw and then the next day whooping your ass either. So it is saying they all hooked up and fought means nothing to Jocelyn. Y'all talking about KC. Let's let Casey and Casey. Let's let Casey and Nani enjoy their home and take their break. Casey said she was taking a break, and I hope she's not a liar. I got books. Got that about books. I like to read to have fun, not for trauma. I agree. Unwind is I don't even know this word. Dystopian novel. Now, if that's like Game of Thrones, I'm here for it because I love me some Game of Thrones. I don't know what dystopian means, but I and see, but stuff like that I want to watch on TV because Game of Thrones, I tried to look at a book. And I said, I ain't got time to be figuring this out. Let me go ahead to HBO. But I can't wait for the dragons to come back for season 2. Because I got my dragon right here. Where's Giselle? She don't want to come on camera. Giselle, get your ass up here. She all tied up because they filming right now and I got her in check so she don't show out too much next season on Potomac. But I love my Game of Thrones dragon. This is Giselle. And I like to be Versasha Targaryen. I can't wait for the dragons to come back. Yes, because she's unqualified for that shoe. I'm so far down on the chat. Gloria, okay. It was one of them sisters. I knew it was. Someone told her that she was fly high. When New York thought David in the house. New York is hilarious. It's funny. I haven't watched any part of Big Brother UK, but everything New York did in that house, I know. Literally, it is just a fight club. The only purpose is slightly jostling. What cabaret? They don't even dance no more. They don't even learn a dance routine. And I heard Jocelyn doesn't even let the girls come out. It's just a show, which is smart for her to promote her music that ain't nobody listening to. You had a little hit with that birthday song. What was the birthday song? Because we played it for my mama's birthday a couple of years ago. I done forgot it. That's how much the song was. It wasn't it had its round on TikTok. And if your song make it on TikTok, it's a hit. Bobby Lights. I hope Bobby Lights go home first. I don't like him. Bananas. Oh, Fifi O'Hara. I like Fifi. Fair Play can go home first. Shake. Ugh. I don't want to see him again. I don't watch The Bachelor. I don't watch Vanderpump. I don't watch 90 Day Fiance. So these last 3 people, I don't know. But I'm here for Fifi O'Hara. Oh, I like a good government setup. I need to watch The Diplomat on Netflix. Unwind is about the United States in the future, and the government passed a set of amendment that allowed parents to have children. Between 13 and 18 to undergo unwinding. I'm here for that. I'm here for different types of stories. And I like stories I've never heard of before. And I like those kind of, like, if you all watch From or The Last of Us, I like those kind of shows too. Just like a different creepy type of show that has never been told before. If you like From, season 2 is out. It started last Sunday. I really like that show. Like, I really want to know where these people are. I really want to know who these people are. Can you imagine just driving and one day you in a town where you got to fight for your life every night? Amber Rose is 75% white, so I can see why she doesn't say that. But I would definitely consider Jocelyn Black. She's also originally from Guyana. I think I've heard of that. That is a place where Africans went that was in like southern. I remember learning that in a history class, but I forgot it. Memory is bad. Look, I haven't heard Jocelyn say she Black. I haven't, but I ain't nobody Ancestry 101 DNA test. If Jocelyn says she's Black, okay, girl. I want to hear the whole context of the argument. No, not Amber, but with Mimi when she was calling her the maid. And unwinding There's roughly 99% of their body is harvested to be used for other people. What? That's strange. I want to read about that. Okay, I figured we figured that was Chris from Exile Island. Jocelyn is crazy. She jumped one of those girls. How a whole I never understood that either. How was the host of the show fighting the contestants? Like I would go home. I didn't at this point, if you go to be on Zeus Network, you need to know if you don't know how to fight, don't do nothing over there on Zeus because it's just a fight club. And I know back in the day, it's a group of people that miss Bad Girls Club, when they would talk they shit and fight, but they weren't fighting every day. And they usually fought because they had some kind of real beef. It's over there on Zeus. You ain't got to do nothing but breathe wrong. Like, girl, you breathe through your mouth, not your nose. Let me hit you in it. It it got to be a little bit too ratchet for me, but I'm just not giving them my $3 on the third. Yeah, and I heard about the third reunion where she was stomping people. Like that's really what y'all want ratings for? Oh, it's a Hunger Games vibe. I do like the Hunger Games, a society that's completely out of function and under a regime. I'm here for that because that reminds me of The Last of Us, and I really enjoyed The Last of Us. And I never heard of that because I never played that video game. But The Last of Us on HBO, I really like. The Unwind is crazy. I'm gonna read that. That's gonna be the next book I read for the book club because that sounds interesting. I don't want to be on there talking about sad stuff about racism in the South. That I just don't want the channel. I don't want my channel to turn into Angie is always angry about racism. So I'm definitely gonna and I'm not saying that because racism does exist. I just don't want to be angry all the time. So I'm definitely gonna check out that Unwind. Yeah, do it like it's your B day. Yeah, that was Jocelyn's song. Okay, yeah, we played that for my mom for her birthday one year. One of the girls of the Bad Girls Club Zeus show that Natalie what said Natalie is sleeping with the owner of Zeus. Don't she got a whole husband? But you know what? Nowadays that doesn't mean a damn thing. I can't watch that Bad Girls Club either because all they do is fight, and I don't like. I don't even want to say their names because I believe I've never said their names on my channel one time, and you should know who I'm talking about. That Krishan Blue is it Blueface? I don't like what they represent for the young people. I don't like watching domestic violence be glorified for cash. And that girl Krishan is on that Bad Girls Club, so I don't watch anything. I don't when I see them because it's so hard to avoid them on Instagram because they're on every other post, and I'd be like, damn, why are we glorifying these people in their foolishness? And it's people out here wanting to emulate them so they can get the same coin. Like we're paying people for bad behavior, and I just can't. I'm not giving Zeus my $3. Now it's enough of y'all that give Zeus them $3 every month so Natalie could run around in these colorful ass wigs and all the Louis and Gucci and say she running LA. I don't care. At some point, Natalie, especially with you having a young daughter that's looking up to you, I know you got to support your family, do what you got to do to get your coins, but I wouldn't want to do this. I wouldn't want to do this. But my name ain't Natalie. And I shouldn't Angie, you shouldn't judge. Get it how you live. Get it how you live. Natalie over there sleeping with everyone on there. If her husband like it, I love it. That's her marriage. She got her OnlyFans with her best friend Scotty. What? What kind of tea are you all telling me? I don't follow Natalie or nothing she does. The little clips I see of the bad girls on Zeus, I see them on Instagram or Twitter, and I scroll through them too. I don't like seeing people being paid to fight. If it ain't in a boxing ring, it's just too much. Afisa from 90 Day. Oh, she's Russian and married a man who fake being rich. Ooh, ooh. I don't watch that show. 90 Day Fiance takes dedication because everyone was telling me to review it. You know, Angie, you would like it, add it. And so I said, okay, let me look. That show comes on damn near every day of the week and it's 2 hours long every episode. I don't have that kind of dedication. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Or is that Married at First Sight? One of them, I can't, it's too long. It ain't that much 90 Day Fiance and out there. There's a rumored threesome between her husband and Scotty. Zuda, we need to talk in the DMs. What are you telling me about Natalie? Her and her husband be hoeing around for TV shows. What is going on? What is going on? Natalie, I mean, to me, I would rather have a normal life. I don't have to have all the Louis and Gucci in the world. I don't want to be hoeing around but get it how you live, girl. The work ain't honest, but it pay the bills. The Game of Thrones books are really good, but they're long. Just give me the TV show. I might start rewatching Game of Thrones. It's been a while. And I've already probably watched it 3 times altogether. I love Game of Thrones. I miss that show. Apparently she hooking up with another guy on another Zuda putting all the Natalie business in the chat. From is the truth. I love From. It comes on tomorrow night. I cannot wait. I might just go back and watch season 1 of From because it's so good. I really want to know what's going on with these people. I love shows like From, Lost, and others. Me too. But shows like that I can't review. They're so hard to review. I just it's some things that I love that I just have to watch. But I love From. That's one of my favorite shows right now. Hey, Inga. Hey, May. I see you got on your May outfit like you always do. Yes, I love Jocelyn. I miss that Jocelyn. I really do. I wish she would have just a stripper competition show where you could still be a bitch, Jocelyn. You could still read people down, but you're sitting at a judging table and then every day or every week you vote somebody off the show. But they clapping cheeks and whatever the stripper moves are, they do pole tricks. I wish you would just do a stripping competition show because all this, we just living in one house and fighting and we ain't even doing a cabaret anymore. In my next life, y'all, I want to be a reality show producer because I feel like I have some good ideas. Zuda man, remember when Sarah said she was cheating on her husband, escorting with people from Dubai and the Nigerians? Now, I do remember a couple of years ago, it was a rumor that Natalie had a threesome with somebody and, her husband had left her, but I guess he ain't had no job. And he said, well, girl, do what you got to do. I'm staying over here where the money at, where the money resides. Like I said, if her husband don't mind, why should I? Why should I? The fucking chapter she did for Miss Nunn's funeral. What? Look, don't tell me nothing else about Natalie. Okay, she out here getting it how she live. I get it. I ain't mad. There's people out there doing worse. I'm not mad. And one of the characters' parents chose them to be unwind as a religious sacrifice. Okay, don't tell me no more, Andrew, because I'm gonna read the book. I'm gonna read the book. That's gonna be the next book I get for the book club because I feel like class should be over by June. And so maybe the first book in June will be the unwind. Like Sarah was, what? And when she came on the show, she said, Natalie, your mom is white and you went to Catholic school. That don't mean nothing. Everybody wants to be ratchet. And let's quit putting ratchet on black. Sarah, you all the way white. And look how you act. So let's quit putting ratchet on black. Let's just let people be ratchet. They could be whatever race they want to be. And they still could be ratchet. Literally, one of the girls coughed Yeah, I remember. I think that's when I quit watching, when she coughed and Jocelyn was like, "You coughing at me," and then they start fighting, and I was over it. I was over it. I think that's when I canceled my thing. Right. I'm not even gonna start. I'm mad I said they name on my TV, on my show. Cokie pussy asshole. I know you ain't coughing. Y'all know the quotes. Yes, they are. I don't want to talk about them though, because I try to avoid them at all costs. Wait, didn't Natalie beat up Scotty? Why or what? Who is Scotty? Is he the owner of Zeus? I'm confused. Yes, I be tuning into the show from time to time. Natalie a damn mess to get that check. It's a lot of people. I used to review the show, and I feel like I should again, because I got a lot of views on my Zeus content, because I know people watch it, but I don't know. Maybe Jocelyn has calmed down. She's taken a long break since her season 3 drama. Maybe Zeus, maybe whenever the Puerto Rican comes back for her season 4 cabaret, I might give her another chance. Because I feel like she probably got a stern talking to, calm it down a little bit, get to some more ass shaking, get to some more storylines. I might give her a second chance. But if it's just Fight Club again, I'm gonna let somebody else review it. I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. Beat her ass and then try to make it seem like it wasn't her fault. I know. Her husband is an NFL. What? Her husband played in the NFL, and for what team? I play fantasy football. I ain't never seen her husband on that team. He wasn't on the fantasy roster. He probably had that little minimum $800,000 contract. But I ain't never seen him do nothing. I ain't never seen that man a day in my life until she married him. The characters are very interesting because it's kind of like from their point of view. It's a book, it's a show somebody told me to watch, where every day, I can't think of the name of the show. I'm at the 2 hour marker. I gotta stop talking. I'm gonna make a few more points and then I'm gonna let y'all go. It's the Stella Rosa. It's the Stella Rosa. Stella Rosa was back. But it's a show. If y'all heard of it, tell me the name. Where every day they go to work and they enter the elevator makes their minds, like the outside thoughts of their normal life, disappear, and they can only focus on work while they're in the work building. And then as soon as they get in the elevator to go home, everything from work disappears from their brains, and then they can only think of the outside world. And I said, that's so crazy. And they say it's like a trip. So I might check that. I love crazy stories where it's just a story we've never heard of, and try to get into it. I just watched the clips. I could review the clips. I could do that. Remember when Camilla from Bad Girls Club called Natalie chin face? They done said every joke you can say about Natalie's chin. Are you enjoying the challenge this season? No. I'm kind of over it. I'm ready for the final already. Already. I scrolled through TikTok this whole episode, Inga. He plays soccer. Oh, I wouldn't know him. Wrong football. I'm about to say I ain't never seen him on my fantasy team. Right. Return of Stella. I need to stop drinking it on camera because I talk too much. Apparently, he played minor league football. Okay. If you don't make it to the fantasy, when we do our fantasy football drafts, I don't know you. Stella, you have been great tonight. Y'all don't know how much I need this, and how much I enjoy you all, and how much fun I actually have. Like, I've been here talking for 2 hours, but it doesn't feel like 2 hours. It never does. And sometimes you just need to unwind, talk about your favorite shows, get in the chat, and just talk about whatever we want to talk about in the chat. I appreciate you all so much for rocking Stella with me every week. I'm sure you all appreciate me because you wouldn't tune in if you didn't. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I am about to sign off because I'm talking too much. And the Stella Rose got me needing to use the restroom. So I need to go. I need to study a little bit. Again, in a few weeks, class will be over and Kiss My Cheeks TV will back to its regularly scheduled programming because Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming up. Me and Abby are going to review the Black people at the summer house this season. So it'll be a lot more reviews coming up and hopefully class will be done over and we're going to get back into this book club. We're going to get into some more challenge chats. The Severance. Thank you for telling me that. I'm about to check that out tonight. Is it HBO Max? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to watch that. I am going to get the Unwind. Don't worry. I'm going to read that. And that's going to be a book club book. So we're going to have a good time with that. But please be patient with me. Give me a few more weeks and we're going to go whoosh, get right back into the grind because your girl is at 955. I'm so close to 1,000. I just want to grab it and be like, subscribe. And once I get to that 1,000, I'm going to have a 1,000 party too. And, we're going to have a couple of fantasy parties. We're going to have a good time. Just got to make it through class. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for rocking with me tonight. If you listen to this for 2 hours and you haven't subscribed to Kiss My Cheeks TV, go ahead. You might, if you listen to me for 2 hours and you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe right now because you like it. You love it. Hit subscribe. I appreciate it. And share this video with your friends. Let them see the content. I know 2 hours is really long. A lot of people who aren't really lovers of these shows aren't going to listen for 2 hours, but the shorter videos will be back when I have more time. But other than that, don't blame the Stella. You right, Dabu. I ain't had no Stella last week and I still talked for 2 hours. But I wasn't this shady. I was not this shady. But anyway, I'm about to sign off. Have a good night, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your work week. Not Stella Rose, but Stella will be back next Saturday. Hopefully the episodes will be more entertaining and we'll have some more fun talking about the show. So until next week, see you later. Bye, y'all.